Hey, welcome back. My name is Rob Peoples. You can call me Peeps. Welcome, realtors and sales professionals across all industries alike. It's good to see you. Today, I'm going to talk about the top reasons new realtors fail, and generally new salespeople fail as well. What are those top 10 reasons I've identified in my nearly 2-decade career working in real estate? Almost 25 years working in sales, starting in door-to-door. That's tough stuff, okay? But I want to talk about the top 10. Let's get into number 1. Okay, first thing I want everybody to consider is the lack of proper training. Now, realtors, I want you to think about something clearly. Marketing and sales training aren't the same thing. Okay, learning how to use your mailers, not sales, that's marketing, right? Learning how to host a listing using a video, that's marketing, that's not sales. I'll give you one more example. Learning how to use social media to create a Facebook group, that's marketing. It's not sales. So what I need everybody to understand is that marketing's job is to get you a conversation. What happens after that is sales. Sales is what happens when you are interacting. Sales is the way you craft that email with strategic intentions and purpose. So I say that because if you all have gotten good training on how to market, how to be a good realtor, I challenge you to ask yourself, have I been trained on the art of sales? And if you haven't, well, one, of course, you can reach out to me and we can talk about it. But two, you are missing out. You aren't closing as many deals. You aren't as good of a communicator as you could be. You're not as good of a listener as you might think that you are, so on and so forth. So when I say lack of proper training, I highly recommend every realtor on here consider some professional sales training and coaching. Number 2, poor time management. Okay. We have another video you can probably find here. It's all about time blocking, time management, being intentional with your time. When I see new sales professionals fail early and often, it's because their day is controlling them. They are not in control of their day. And one of the best sales leaders I've ever had told me, Peeps, what gets scheduled gets done. And save you the time, you can go watch the video, but I mean everything. The kids' hockey game gets scheduled. Following up with Sue over about the condo over in this city, that goes on there. Sending a voicemail to this person at this time, everything. I'm not joking. When I say put it on the calendar, put it on the calendar. Know what you're doing. Dictate your day. Don't let the day dictate you. Number 3, fear of rejection. Oh my. This takes some sales professionals and realtors time to get over, but we have this tendency to feel rejection. And what I need everybody to understand is it's an inevitability that you will get rejected. You have to kind of go into it with the understanding that you're not a bad person, right? You didn't do anything wrong. You're just doing your job. And you know what? Move on to the next thing. That's sales, okay? You can't let that stuff bother you. If you do, it will translate into all of your business. It will turn a bad day into a bad week, into a bad month, into, I don't want to do this anymore. So you got to understand that fear of rejection, you got to just say to yourself before you even start, I expect to get no's. And if I do, it's just part of the game. Okay. Number 4, inadequate product knowledge. Okay. Of course, there's more you can learn about being a realtor all the time. There's new products, new programs, new technologies coming out. New marketing available, new things to learn about social media. Well, all that's great. Most of it is marketing, okay? But I'm going to challenge you all about inadequate product knowledge. How much do you know about the mortgage programs that are out there? Because in my opinion, if you know as much about the mortgage programs out there as the mortgage professionals you work with, you're going to be able to close deals faster, more smoothly, and you and your mortgage pro that you work with are going to be speaking the same language and understanding each other. I would tell mortgage professionals the same thing. I think mortgage professionals should know just as much about what you do and so on and so forth. When that happens, you can have a team that works together, right? When that happens, you can generally give advice. Don't talk about rates and fees and things like that, but understanding the products is a good idea. Ineffective communication skills. New sales professionals and new realtors, we're excited, right? We're gung-ho. We're excited for who we're working for. We're excited about having licenses. We're excited about this, excited about that. And of course, we want to come across as excited. We want to come across as enthusiastic. I get it, okay? But what happens is we tend to one-up people all the time, okay? We tend to have our pitch and we tend to have our objectives in the sale or in the conversation we have, and we only half listen to people. We do. If you don't believe me, you can go watch another course we have available about listening and why we need to be better at it, because all of us have an opportunity here. But when we don't listen to the best of our ability, when we are too focused on selling, too focused on X's and O's, too focused on nuts and bolts, we miss the little things that could lead to that deal closing faster, lead to a referral from 5 different people, so on and so forth. And it's our own fault because we're so stuck in this sale that we forget to slow down and be humans and actually listen. So again, some good sales coaching would help you accomplish that, would help you rein in the physiological and biological and even other things that create the reasons that you're a bad listener. Contact me. I'd love to tell you about it. At any rate, lack of persistence. Okay, new sales professionals are like, there's almost this irrational fear that you don't want to follow up too much. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, the most successful salespeople are the ones that are totally comfortable following up. And I'm going to hopefully make you more comfortable. You've put in time with this person more than likely, right? You went and got licensed. It took you time, money, energy. You get relicensed. You constantly have to be continuously educated. I want you all to understand that your professionalism earns you the right to follow up with people. It earns you the right to be persistent. If you spent time with somebody, if you've invested your energy, you've earned the right. And I need you to feel okay about that. Okay. Here's the deal. Okay. People by nature, if they don't want to talk to you, they won't answer the phone. Okay. There's nothing wrong with just a quick voicemail saying, I'm checking in, get back to me when you can, so on and so forth. The point about persistence, and this is a cold hard fact, go look it up for yourself. The more points of contact you have with a person, the greater likelihood it will become a sale. No point of contact is a bad thing. So keep that in mind. A contact is a text, an email, a call, a handshake, a visiting me at the restaurant. Those are all points of contact. The more you have, the greater likelihood of conversion, greater likelihood of it happening faster as well. So number 7, a failure to build relationships. I think a lot of salespeople were very prideful. Salespeople are overwhelmingly what is considered a type A personality. Not everybody, but generally it's a pretty common trait. But because of that, we try to go into it as lone wolves, right? We don't ask for help. We don't network as well as we could. And I really think you should get out there and start building relationships in more old school ways. I'm serious. Like, stop over-relying on Facebook. Stop over-relying on anything. Those are great. They're going to get you business. They're going to build your long-term brand. But when I say relationships, I mean real ones, like 1980s and 1990s style, like where you actually saw each other and did stuff. So some advice, like maybe go to a Lions Club meeting, find a speaking event with, I don't know, a local town organization. I'll let you keep thinking of different ways, but this is what I mean, right? Are you a member of your local business commerce? So on and so forth. If you're not, those are the relationships you want to build, because if you want a sustainable long-term businesses, relationships are number 8. But over-reliance on technology. I see new sales professionals over-rely on technology, and it's for a reason. It's easy. It's comfortable. You don't have to have uncomfortable conversations or do uncomfortable things. And over time, we convince ourselves that we are, working really hard and accomplishing things, which, again, long-term, yeah. But in the short term, not really. Okay, so you can't over-rely on technology. When I see new salespeople do that, or they replace it for the good old-fashioned conversation and human interaction, usually the business doesn't get off the ground. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but do not over-rely on technology. With all this AI stuff, with all the ways things are making it easier for us, don't make it too easy. If you do, you're going to get left in the dust by your competition out there who are master communicators. All right. So finally, poor adaptability. Okay. Poor adaptability. We cannot allow things like interest rates, market changes, holiday seasons, all this stuff. We can't let that hurt us. What I mean by adaptability is you have to say to yourself, if I have a problem, what's the solution? If I have a problem, what's the solution? You can't just sit there and be like, oh, the holidays are going to be slow again this year. No, you got to say to yourself, the problem I'm facing right now is the holiday season is going to be slow. So what do I need to do about it? What do I need to do about it? I'll say it one more time. What do I need to do about it? The answer to that question is the essence of adaptability. Okay, so if you want to have a great holiday season, are you going to have an extra listing on a Wednesday? Yeah, if you are, you'll probably be successful. If you want to be successful during the holiday season that's usually slow, are you going to make 10 more phone calls on Monday than you normally would? If your answer is yes, then you are adaptable. That's what I mean by adaptability. Are you willing to adjust the ebb and flows, go up and down, invest time and more effort where you need to? Because if you do, you're going to be doing the things top sales professionals do. You will never have a slow business. You will always be generating income, right? So those are the top reasons that new sales professionals and new realtors fail. My name is Rob Peoples. You can call me Peeps, and it was darn good to see you again. I hope to see you again very soon. Comment, like, share. Let us know what videos you like, and we'd love to see you again. Thank you so much for being with us.